Hey, hello. In this video, I'm going to explain how to launch EC2 instance and how to configure EC2 instance in AWS. AWS EC2 instance is used to create virtual machines, just like renting virtual machines, and to create virtual servers where you can store the data. At first, like this is the AWS console. Here we can go to the search and you can search for EC2. Here you can find EC2 over here, but it's fine. If you want, we can search for EC2 over here, and we can open the EC2 instance. And after opening the EC2 instance, we need to create a EC2 instance. For that, we should click on launch instance, and then we will be selecting the which operating system which we would like to use to create a new EC2 instance. Right now I will be using Amazon Linux. Basically, like with the free tier, Amazon Linux would be a better choice, or Ubuntu we can go with. I'll be click on this one, and initially with the free tier we will be provided with the default values for storage and the processor and all. Here if you can see, this is a 64-bit processor, and AMI ID is this one. AMI is nothing but Amazon machine image. Here for free tier, we will be going with 1 CPU and 1 GB of memory. This is for free, so we will be going with that. If you want to go with others, the amount which will be charged based on the usage will be high. You can just check on that one. This depends on the which project you're working. If you are working in the development environment, I think T2.micro would be sufficient, so I'll be choosing this one. And while to connect with the EC2, we need a separate key in the sense we'll be having one secret in this particular AWS instance, and we need that is called the secret which we'll be having over here. And to connect with that, we need a private key. For that, we need to create that one to connect with EC2 instance. So we'll be creating that, and it will be making use of RSA algorithm. If we try to connect with PuTTY, we can create a .ppk file, or else we can download a .pm file. That's a private key. We can give a name as demo01 as the key, and we can create a new key pair, if you can see over here. And I'll be creating this one key pair. Yeah, we can see the key is created and it will be stored over here. And next I'll be going to select allow SSH traffic from, like here anywhere means like any port can access this instance. If you want, we can give it to as my IP as well. Like for time being, I'll be giving as anywhere. If you want, you can give it as my instance. I will tell you how to connect to this one anywhere. And we can allow HTTPS and HTTP traffic. And here if you can see network, it will be aligned to default network, and subnet is the where the availability zones, like if you are residing in USA, like it will show your nearest availability zone, and others it will show a different one. Like if you are residing in Europe, it will show your nearest availability zone. Right now, since I'm in US, like it will be showing the nearest availability zone, that is west. I'll be choosing this one. If you want, you can leave it as it is. And for this one, we need a security group which is already there. Like I will be just giving it a name as demo01 as the description. Demo01. Security group again. Yeah. Next, if you can see over here, like here we are allowing this SSH to connect from anywhere, and we can since we have given as HTTPS and HTTP as checked in the previous prompt, like that's why we are getting this one. This would be fine, we can leave it as it is. And here for free tier we'll be having 8 GB RAM for free. We can increase it up to 30 GB over here. I believe 8 GB is fine, this is for the sufficient. And these are all the advanced settings, like we'll be giving the instance and other things, so I won't be showing this now. And after everything we'll be launching the instance, and if you can see, the instance is launched successfully, and we can see the instance which is going to run over here. Right now it's in pending state. We can refresh again. Yeah, still it's in pending state. Let's find for some time. If you can see over here, the state is running, and the port which we'll be using is this one. And to connect to this instance, we can make use of, we can just check on the security group, and if you can see, these are all things which we'll be having for this port. I will be connecting through SSH. I will be going to previous console, and I'll be clicking on this one, and I will click on connect. Either we can launch this using EC2 instance directly using connect. This will just open an EC2 Linux machine kind of thing. You can consider you have opened a Linux machine. If you can see over here, it's open. With the help of this one, like, you can start working on uh, deploying the project, and you can clone the repository from GitHub, and you can build the application, and it will get hosted in the instance which will be showing right now. That is the one way. Another way is we can launch the instance using SSH client. That is, we should be opening the thing over here. This is the file which the private key which we downloaded before came here, and can ignore other stuffs. Here I'll be showing the private key. This is the previous terminal. I am just going to terminate this one. Okay, and I'm going to open the new terminal over here to connect with the SSH. In SSH, like, I have stored the key in my yeah, here I have stored. At first, if I try to connect directly by using this command, if you can see over here, I'll be having a trouble. If you can see over here, like, this key is not known by any other names. So if I try to connect with that, like, I'll be getting unprotected private key. So we need to make sure that we should give permission to access that key using the chmod command. This will give the access for the key. And if we try to execute this one, this particular URL, if you can see over here, this is the subnet where I am hosted, and this is the IP where the instance is located. Now when I give it, like, I'm able to connect to the Linux machine which is in the Linux machine from my local, and from here you can just clone the repository which you want and install all the necessary documents like Python,